Hello and welcome to episode 283. Today we're doing a variation of the freeze scroll. Instead of using effects, we're going to merge in some data to remove the mob's AI. Okay, this one is requested by ArcticPandaPro, and because we're not using onTarget, we can actually do this in an earlier version. So we're doing this in 1.19. So the idea is we pop down a pig, any entity you want, we get ourselves an item, our magic scroll of remove AI. We throw it at the pig. The pig has no AI. I punch him. He doesn't care. When it runs out, he will run away. There we go. Okay, you can change, obviously, the time he's going to be AFK for. This one has AI. He's running. Freeze him. Ah, we got two. Oh, we've just missed them. They're too quick. Feisty pigs. Come here. Okay, he's frozen. We know he's frozen, otherwise he'd be running. And there we go. Okay, so won't work on players. Players don't have an AI. We'll work on any entity that does have an AI. Just an alternate version. Instead of using effects, we're just stopping them from doing anything at all. Okay, let's get on and make it. Okay, the first thing we're going to need are a couple of objectives. One for when they drop the item, and one as a timer, so we know when to give back the AI. So we'll put that under setup. And we'll have scoreboard, objectives, add. I'm going to call this one used.freeze, and it'll be of type dropped, flower, banner, pattern. Done. So that's going to be when they drop the item. And then just a timer, scoreboard, objectives, add. We'll call it timer, and it'll be a dummy. Right, now I want to give myself the item. For this one, I'm just going to give it a custom tag. I'm not going to give it a name or lore or anything. In the description, I will, so you can look in the description for that. But we've done this command before, so we'll just do a quicker version this time. Flower, banner, pattern, and I'll call it scroll freeze. There we go, done. Now let's make a controller. First thing I want to do is execute at any player who's just thrown a scroll. So execute as any player whose scores equals used freeze equals 1 or higher. So if a player has used the freeze scroll, they've thrown it on the floor at that player, then we will run tag any item type equals item. If it doesn't already have the tag freeze scroll, and we're going to check its MBT. Check the MBT on the item. On the item we want to check the tag, and the tag we want to check is the one we gave it before, which was scroll freeze. Make sure we spell them right. There we go. And so I'm going to limit that to 1 and sort equals nearest. So as soon as the player throws that scroll, we're going to tag that scroll with the tag freeze scroll. Done. Oops. Repeating. Done. Now we want to know when that's on the ground. When it hits the ground, that's when we want it to activate. So we will execute as any entity type equals item, tag equals freeze scroll, MBT equals on ground true. So if it's on the ground, then we will run tag that item with freeze scroll active. Okay, we haven't said add. There we go. Tag that item add freeze scroll active. Now we know it's landed on the ground. We've given it a tag. We can do stuff at that tag. Right. Execute at any entity. Type equals item. Tag equals freeze scroll active. As any entity. So this is going to be the one who's going to be frozen, whose type is not equal to item, whose type is not equal to player, and who is a distance of 0 to 3. What are we going to do for that? We are going to store success as a score on that entity into their timer score. The success of what? The success of the next command. So run. If this command we're about to type is successful, we'll store a 1 into timer. So 1 data merge entity, the entity we're targeting, and what data do we want to put in there? We want to put no AI true. Okay, done. Now let's have a particle in the sound effect. Yeah, let's do that. So actually I'm going to look in here. I'm going to copy this beginning bit. Execute at type equals item. Yeah. Tag free scroll active. Yes. I will copy all of that. Copy. Right. Let's run particle snowflake at the coordinates of the item. We'll just lift it up a little bit. How big do we want it? 1, 1, 1, probably do. No speed and 500 particles. Done. And let's do a sound as well. So same thing at the item, tag free scroll active, run, play sound. What did we use last time? The bat, I think. Entity dot bat. There it is. Dot takeoff. Dot take off on the master channel for all players at those coordinates. 0.5. Make it a little bit quieter. Lower the pitch a little bit. 0.8 for the pitch. Minimum volume 0. Done. So we throw it. That tags it. When it lands on the ground, we say it's active. Then we give no AI to anything nearby, 0 to 3 distance. Then we play some particles. Then we play some sound. Then we better kill the item. So kill at entity tag equals, let's do type first. Type equals item. Tag equals freeze scroll active. So that kills the item. And we'll reset the player score. So scoreboard, players, reset, all players, used freeze. Okay, let's have a little bit of a test. So if we have a pig, we should, let's do scoreboard objectives, set display onto the sidebar, the timer. Oh, look, it's not showing up. Does that mean I haven't pressed the button yet? Nice we check that. Scoreboard, objectives, set display onto the site. There it is now. Timer. Okay. So let's have a pig. Hey, pig, get off. Right, now he's frozen. Yeah, and we can see his UUID there, and he's got a score of 1. And he's got no AI. He's definitely not moving. If I punch him, nothing. So this definitely worked. We've definitely stopped his AI. Okay. Sorry, little piggy. Isn't that strange? Even with no AI, they still make a noise. That's odd. Type equals pig. Right, so we've got him. We've taken away his AI, and we've given him a score. So let's just deal with the score now. So let's increment the score. So execute as any entity whose scores equals, whose timer equals, let's say 1, we can say 0 or higher. We will run scoreboard players, add that entity, stop it, that entity, timer 1. So now his score is just going to go up, up, up and up. If we do a little test, might as well. Let's get myself another, put a little piggy down. Okay, oh. Okay, perfect, his score is going up. That's exactly what we wanted. Now we can do something using that score. Let's execute as any entity whose scores equals, timer equals, and how long should we freeze them for? This is your choice. I'm going to freeze them for 5 seconds. So 5 times 20, 100 or higher. So when it gets to 100 or higher, run data merge entity with the entity we targeted, and we'll do no AI, except we'll set it to false. That'll give him his AI back. And let's copy this beginning bit. Let's copy execute as score 100, blah, 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 all the way up to run. Copy. And we'll also scoreboard players reset targeted entities timer. So he has a score of over 100, so he should automatically now go back to normal. He's running. Okay, he's going up. I can punch him. Nothing. And then when it gets to 100, off he goes. Cool. Okay. So this is obviously not going to affect the player, because player doesn't have an AI. Well, I suppose you, the person playing, is the AI, and we're not going to remove that. That would probably be pretty naughty. So it's only mobs. Nice, simple, but it's a different way to do it. And it should stop creepers from exploding as well. Although the pig still makes a noise for some reason. Bit odd. Anyway, that's how we do an alternate version of that freeze scroll, except this time we're affecting their data. Okay, bye-bye.